Hello, hello, welcome to Leap Taken. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft-related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And this is going to be a fun crafting video. So a little while ago in one of my lives, Saturday Witchy Lives, I talked about going to Goodwill and getting some books, old books, so that I could repurpose them and turn those into what I'm calling my legacy book of shadows. And I bought two. So this one's going to be more of like a grimoire, and the other is going to be a spell book. So this one right here, I wanted to cover it, even though there was something I liked about the cover here. I decided I wanted to go with a gold cover, and there's something about that. I'm going to add more embellishments on the back end, but we're just going to start with this for now. So this was actually a lot more difficult than I had thought it would be, just trying to keep everything lined up. I'm the type of person, I'll do a little research, but I just jump all in because I'm excited to get going. So you're going to see that taking place, a lot of trial and error. So by no means am I trying to make this like perfect, so this is something I can like sell. I'm not trying to make this available to the public. This is for me to pass down, and it being a little bit more homemade and a little bit wonky in certain places, I think will add to the charm, and I'm hoping my future descendants, the witches that is, will appreciate it. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this play, and you'll sort of see my process.
Grew up a little too fast. I miss the days that we chill and relax. Where did the time go? It all passed. Now I need to go back. I had no worries, but always had plans. The only thing I did was dig out the trash. Now it's much harder to laugh, hard to get up and then work on my craft. I need inspiration. Don't need no validation. No more medication.
Alright, so now that the cover is completed, which was a fun time, I just kind of want to show my thoughts. So you'll see momentarily, I'm going to do a thing where I take a portion of this picture. I have two images. This is from, and I'll show it momentarily, from a book that I got from Michael's that has like scrapbooking paper and all that stuff in it. So I love this image, so I'm going to use one side for the first part of the book, and I'll use the other image of the same image from a different angle. So sort of like from the left and then from the right. So I sort of like the idea of that, and that's going to be the inside cover. So that's what I'm getting to now.
I just need to numb it up. Well, maybe I'm done, maybe I've lost. Still putting up a fight because I love my mom, I love my family. When I was young, they would all look after me. I don't know why, but I feel like a burden. I spend my life overthinking my purpose. I can't really cry, I'm so used to the hurt. Trauma keeps up at me at the wrong moment. Oh, I just wanna numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what else to say now. I just need to numb the pain.
So I had this idea because I made a mistake. As you see, I kind of ripped some of that page, but that's okay because I planned on covering it anyway. And I left this footage in one as a lesson, a life lesson. So sometimes as witches, we plan things. As a crafter specifically, you may have a vision, or you don't really have a vision. You're sort of winging it, making it up as you go. And if it doesn't fit, you start over or you revise. And that's what you're about to see play out, because I said, oh, well, I'll just try this other idea. And I was going to add, kind of give it a junk journal effect on that first page. But you'll see that I completely do something different after this. And that's probably how it's going to be as I set up this book. And I'm perfectly okay with that. So this, again, let me be the example. I am by no means perfect. I don't attest to be. I don't claim to know everything and know how to do everything well. I can screw up very well. I can do screw ups really well. But is it really screwing up when it's your book? The thing is, I'm just sharing it with you guys. But at the end of the day, this is my book. And, if there's some things that you probably would have done differently, or looking back, you're like, oh no, she should have did it this way. You know what? Do that with yours. Because don't worry, there's that inner voice that already says, oh, you should have did it this way. I'm already thinking that, so you don't have to do it for me. But you'll see that none of this will matter because I'm going to change it anyway. So enjoy. Okay, so we'll go back to the front page, but for now, I want to start adding paper or pasting down paper over top of the original paper. That's essentially what I'll be doing. Now, some of this will be paper that I can write on, so I'm still working out the kinks on what that's going to look like. Some pages I might do more of a junk journal effect where I'm pasting a bunch of things on there, so I never actually cover it with one sheet. So it'll be a lot of that because I'll actually have the content for this as well. But right now I'm just showing you, because the pages here are 8 by 11 and they have that deep crease in the middle for the spine. I just tuck the pages in, which is great for the purpose of this book. And then I just use glue to glue it down to the page, and I'll just cut off the existing edges, and yeah, that's fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. Please know the key to this is getting these pages to line up as best as you can. That is proving to be not quite as simple as I thought, but I'm doing the best I can and trying to be patient. So far, I'm loving the color schemes. I love everything so far. And I'm really starting to get excited about this, creating this book, and then eventually adding the content to the book. Some of the things that I intend to put in here are sort of like narrations. If I'm being totally honest with you, I'm sort of making, basically a how-to guide using real experiences, stories, snippets of spells here and there, like something very interesting, firsthand experiences, divination work, whether it's dreams or anything that sort of comes through. Spirit sends messages, ancestors, pictures. A lot of that will go in this book to share. with my descendants. I've already alerted my children about this. Like, of course, there's other journals and grimoires and Book of Shadows that I have, but this is going to be the one with the intention of passing down. And, you know, my grandchildren and great-grandchildren and nieces and people, you know, who, or even if we're not by blood, but we're by spirit, that they can learn from and they can use this as well. That's my hope. Of course, you know, we can always plan for that, and maybe it doesn't happen right away, but I know that, you know, I want my handwriting in the book. I want my words, you know, images of me, of items and things that I've done. And I want this to be a piece of me, and I want room for the next person as well, you know, who inherits this book so they can start to add, you know, pieces of them as well, and so forth and so on. So the goal is not for me to completely fill this up, because I intend to want to hand this down and to leave room. But, you know, as I go, I'll add to it. Remember, this book is kind of a little hodgepodge. It could be recipes, it could be a little bit of everything. And I'm going to have a dedicated spell book that also includes ritual. So about those plans, this is actually the cover page. Long story short, I already mentioned, so this is when you first open the book. I decided to take that cover page that was actually in a book for witchy scrap paper, in journal pages, and I decided to use that to cover the entire thing. So that's what I'm doing here. I like this much better, so it works out for me. Also, reminder, the links will be in the description if you're interested in purchasing some of these books that I've used, the ones that I can link anywhere in the description. So I absolutely adore this particular one. This is a recent find. I got this from Amazon, and I'm painstaking. I have a bunch of these books, and I'll probably order some more as this project continues, but I knew that I wanted to do pockets. So I can put smaller pieces of paper in with letters and, you know, herbs, dried herbs or leaves and things of that nature. So it's just a matter of finding the right one. Once you cut these out, you just take your time. They're really simple to assemble, and it adds, you know, that extra flair or something to your book. So I really like things like that. So if you have a template, you can, you know, cut around other pieces of paper. But right now I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm going to do, and I'm very happy with what I've chosen, by the way. So I've made a decision, apparently. I don't know, I love this image, so I'm rocking with this one. I love that paper on either end. It's the same, but it's not quite. The patterns are a little different, and I'm just loving everything. It's giving like vintage wallpaper, so I wanted more of a vintage vibe on this page. So you can see it's pretty simple. You just basically follow the folds, the fold lines, starting with the bottom and then the sides, and you just get your glue and you glue it down, and yeah, that's just how she works. But it adds so much value as you go through the book, having these additional pockets. So you kind of see the vision. So there's one side of the page was the left half in the beginning, and then the back of the book will display the right half of the same picture, the same image. And I really, really like it. To me, when I saw that picture, my thoughts were, you sort of come into it with just, kind of a glimpse into the light, and with the gold book, which has reflective qualities, with, the gold vinyl, it's giving enlightenment, light, which is equal to knowledge. And within, the unknown, there is this light, that there's, mysteries that can be solved just through those trees. So each book in sort of references that. So when I saw that, that's immediately what I thought, and I love it already. I love the way that looks. Now, there is one thought about all this. I thought, should I put some sort of gloss finish over top of this? Let me know in the comments, if you're following along, that is, if you think I should put like a Mod Podge gloss over top, like a glossy glue paint essentially over top of that, or should I just leave it be? I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it kind of would act as a sealant, I guess. So let me know. Or if you have something else besides Mod Podge I would use to make this glossy, let me know. Remember, we learn as we go. We make mistakes. We just readjust. And that's something as simple as this project technically is. I had to remember, it's okay. Just readjust. Readjust, Mika. Don't get freaked out. Don't get pissed off. Just keep going. So this is literally what I'm doing. It's not the end of the world, but of course I'm human. I'm a witch, but I'm human. I was getting annoyed with that, trying to lay that down, and I'm just like, come on. But I pull it together.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. Love, love. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come.
So I've reached the end of basically getting those initial pages done. The cover, for the main cover, there'll be more embellishments and things like that. But just, I wanted to get the first part completed, because then I can kind of see it through. So the back and the front, just those first few pages were crucial to me on just having it set up, and I feel really good about where it's going. I will have other videos where I share my progress. I'm really excited about this project. So here are the books that I used to get some of the pages that I pasted on, just to show a few. I have several others, but so far this is what I'm using. So the big one is from Michaels. Now I wanted to show this because I'm going to be adding this. I recently purchased this with the idea of, quite frankly, just sort of ripping out the pages. Now it does have the month on it. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with that, and I like the information about the goddess. Like, I love the portion about Oshun, so I'm going to take some of the information out of here and place it in this book. I'm just doing a quick flip through so you can kind of see. I will also link this in the description. I got this from Amazon. One of my coven sisters recommended it. One of my issues is that the print is like super small. I don't know if you're picking up on that just with the camera here. It is so small and it's very difficult in my eyes. I don't have a problem seeing up close, but you know, call it age, I don't know, but I just feel like the smaller prints are really getting more, and fine small print is like too much for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the images. But thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Mika. This is Leap Taken. Please hit like, subscribe, share, hit the join button if you'd like to go ahead and join the Leap Taken membership. Go to leaptaken.com. Check out the services that I offer there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone, and let me know in the comments if you're gonna start a new book because I've inspired you, or if you're gonna pick up the book you've already started. All right, bye-bye.